A great win, obviously. Coming back in the second half, proud of how these guys fought and battled to get this one. Um, these are not easy. No games in this conference are easy, and this was a great college basketball game. And glad we were able to make the plays we needed to get a win. I'll let you ask these guys questions because they got to get out of here. They got school tomorrow and treatment and all this stuff. So go ahead.
Yeah, since you're just in that first half when OU is converting on 8 threes, I guess just what's going through your head when it just a lot of it just going through and like it just everything's going down for him?
I just felt like we were just a step short, like on our rotations. So they were getting clean looks, and we just needed to. They were just outplaying us, to be honest. So we just had to play harder and communicate a little bit more and be on point for our rotations. They were throwing a lot of skip passes and throwbacks, and then we started switching to four, so then we could be more active on defense and make them put the ball on the ground.
And then once you guys go down 10 there in early in the second half, and then just the way you guys were able to battle back and then win by 10, just what does that show about this team's composure?
Growth and maturity. I feel like we've been in a lot of those situations a couple of times this year, and I feel like today was one of our best days. We didn't argue, we didn't point the finger at anybody. We just kept our head down and grinded out as a team, and we didn't care who was shooting the ball, scoring, and we had each other's back on defense.
And then Malique there in the second half, just on the OU's three-point shooting, you guys significantly cut it in half. Just what was going into that and being able to stop them on the perimeter?
Like since that, we switched to ball screens and took a lot of pressure on the guards and Roger. We knew he was a great catch and shoot, and Brown, I think, he's a great catch and shoot. So we just made them put the ball on there. Our bigs helped us out a lot with contesting at the rim.
And then over the last few games, you've really been able to see the ball go in the basket a lot. What's going through that?
I mean, just staying with myself, staying in the gym. It's another day. I'm gonna be in the gym tomorrow. Just staying with myself.
And then if you could just talk about just the energy Chris Payton's able to bring to the team multiple times tonight, that he just got everybody up on their feet, including the bench.
I mean, it's a big thing because in the beginning of the season, didn't nobody really know Chris Payton. Only like we seen Chris Payton. So to see him make this big jump, it's a good thing for people on the bench to make sure that they ready at any time, and for us, make it easier for us.
Since you're talking a little bit about how the momentum started to shift in the second, I know you were a big contributor to that.
I just felt like it was our effort defensively. We played a lot harder, and then it created easier baskets offense where we can just get out, and we didn't have to call a play.
Talk a little bit about your connection with Peyton, how that helped contribute to the comeback.
Really just getting a lot of reps in the pick and roll during practice, and a lot of times teams are more focused on me, and his athletic ability makes it easier for me. I can just throw it up to the rim, or sometimes him just rolling, it gives me a wide open layup or wide open shot. So I just think we complement each other's game well in the pick and roll situation.
You guys got one more game up against Akron. What's the mindset going into that?
Same mindset every game, but this is probably one of our biggest games. It's me and Malik's and Myron's last college game, and Kent State at home, and we try to finish undefeated at home too, and it's versus our rivals, so it's gonna be exciting and it's gonna be fun, and we're both very good teams, so it's gonna be a good one.
All right, fellas. Yeah, that was great to see because, when you're playing these games up in Cleveland in a week from now, not every game's going to go perfect. So there may be a situation where we get down 10 in the second half of a game and we're going to have to figure out a way to battle back. So it's great to see us do that. We were in that situation the first half against Bowling Green. We were down 12 in the first half and we battled back too. So obviously it would be nice to not get down, right? But these other teams are good too. Like Ohio's had won 7 out of 8, and they have a really good team. So this is a good win for us, and to see us win the way that we did, where we had to battle back and make some adjustments with how we were playing. I think that's really positive for us for sure.
And then just from a coaching standpoint, the energy Chris Payton brings, and just really all season he's been able to come off the bench and bring energy or start. It doesn't matter where he's out there. It doesn't matter what he's doing. He's just able to always impact the game.
Yeah, it's great to see because he's come as far as any player that I've coached in one season. We were actually talking about it beforehand. We went to Australia this summer, and he really, really struggled out there where, you're wondering, boy, what's happened to this guy? Because he was a great player in junior college. I'd watched him in high school. And, a year of not playing, he was at Pittsburgh and barely played at all. Sometimes that impacts you. And he really struggled early in the year. And to his credit, and his credit alone, like, he kept with it. And, I think it's it's a testament to him and his character as a basketball player. And obviously now when you watch him play, you would never know that he struggled at a different time, because he's had a huge impact on our team night in and night out. Tonight we certainly don't win without his effort on both ends of the floor.
And then if you could just talk about maybe what impressed you most about the team.
Just the composure that we played with in the second half of the game. That would be the thing that I was most proud of with these guys, because they made a lot of shots early in the first half. They were 8 for 16, I think it was, from 3 in the first half. And that's, some of them are contested, some of them we had, poor rotations, but when people get going, sometimes it's difficult to stop that. And I thought in the second half we did a great job.
And then lastly, what do you want to see from the team going into the final regular season game?
Just continue to play as hard as we can play. That's the bottom line. At the end of the day, next week, is more important than Friday next week. So we want to play as well as we can play Friday and get ourselves another win, because we have a chance to do some great things here. But however the outcome is, we got to make sure that we're ready next week when we go up to Cleveland and have a great mindset and competitive spirit. So this Friday will be an awesome night for 3 seniors that have done a ton for our program. Sin and Malique, the last 2 years, have had unbelievable. You look at the record of our team the last 2 years with those guys. Malique's been here 3 years. The COVID year, again, another really good record during really tough situation. And then Myron being added here this year has had a really big impact on our team. So for them, I want to win this last home game for them because it's senior night. But we've just got to stay focused and, see what's ahead of us.
Coach, these seemed like 2 completely different teams coming from the first to the second half. Can you talk a little bit about the adjustments that were made at halftime?
Yeah, I think these guys mentioned it. They were too comfortable for the way that we want to defend. And really Myron had a big start to the second half, getting some deflections and making Ben Roderick, who's a really good catch and shoot shooter, making him a little bit more uncomfortable. First half he was really comfortable. So Myron didn't, show out necessarily in the stat sheet, but his effort in the second half, he had a couple blocks. That really helped change the game. And then we just needed to compete a little bit harder on the ball. So at one point in the second half, Malique went to the point guard, Jalen Hunter, and I thought that helped us a lot. So, there's a lot of different things that over the course of the second half we did a little bit differently. But generally speaking, it was just making sure that we were competing as hard as we needed to.
And last home game is going to be on Friday. What do you want to say to the Penn State students?
Yeah, just hope everybody comes out. I mean, obviously, it's a great rivalry. It's these guys' last game. We have a chance to go undefeated at home. There's so many things. We have a chance to win the league if some things break for us. We have a chance to. I think we're now at 21 or 22. How many home? 21 straight home games that we've won. Dating back to the middle of last year. So, their student section was fantastic. I got to give their students at Akron, they did a great job. So, now we've got to, sort of match and step our game up even more here Friday night. Great. Thank you.